G'day and welcome to another video with Better Pics. Hope this finds you all well. You may have seen a previous video that I did around scaling to frame size and setting to frame size when you're working within Adobe Premiere and you're working with assets that may be different resolutions. You may have a timeline that is in full HD or 1080p and you may be working with assets that are a larger resolution like Ultra HD. And you need to somehow rescale those assets to fit onto the timeline. Now, traditionally, what we would do would be either to right-click and set to frame size, or we would set it up within our project to do it automatically. That's actually changed with a recent version of Premiere Pro. It's no longer set to frame size, it's fit to frame. So you can see here on the timeline, I have some aerial footage of the Gold Coast. And as always, I am filming in Ultra HD just to make the footage as usable for the end user or client as possible, giving me the most flexibility for edit, whether I'm doing the edit or somebody else is. However, if we were to be working on a timeline that is 1080 or full HD, then that asset is obviously going to be too big. So I'm just going to copy that, and you can see that we have a second timeline here that is 1920 by 1080. And I'm just going to copy that onto the timeline, put our playhead over, and you can see that it is zoomed in quite a bit more than the original clip on the Ultra HD timeline. Now, there's a couple of ways that you can resize that clip. What we're first going to do is just have a look at how much bigger the asset is than the frame size of the timeline. If we just have a look at motion, there we go. You can see that that dot point outline outside of the frame is vastly bigger than the actual frame itself. So that gives us a bit of a visual representation of how big the asset is relative to the timeline. Now, the traditional way, which you would have seen in my previous video, would be to right-click and set to frame size. But you can see we still have scale to frame size, but we now have what's called fit to frame. And this is the replacement for set to frame size. So if we right-click and fit to frame, you can see the scale has dropped to 50%, which is what it would have done previously when we had set to frame size. And you can see now that it is framed in exactly the same way the entire clip is there, while still retaining all of that resolution that we captured originally, with the scale being at 50%, so that if we want to zoom in or reframe that clip in any way, then we have the option to do that. Now, that is a quick and easy way to do it. However, if you're working with a project that has many assets, you may be working on a project that has tens of assets or even hundreds of assets, it is a bit of a process to right-click different assets repeatedly to fit them to the frame. So setting up our project to be able to do it automatically is exactly the same. Once again, rather than going to set to frame size, we are fit to frame. All right, so we're going to go down from Edit to Preferences and Media, about halfway down there. And you can see under Media, you can see that there is the option for Default Media Scaling. It defaults to none. However, if we click on that down option there, we have Scale to Frame Size and Fit to Frame. So we can automatically have it fitting to the frame and adjusting the size of that asset on the timeline, relatively speaking, so that you still retain all of that resolution and you have the option to do whatever you want with it. So by having the default import as set to frame size, it means that when we bring in a new asset, it will automatically fit to the timeline and work really well, while retaining all of that resolution and allowing us the flexibility of the edit that this type of workflow allows for, which is a really good thing. This also works if you have an asset that is smaller than the frame size. So keep that in mind if you have a lower resolution asset than the resolution of the sequence that you're working with, then you will find it will increase the size of that asset to fit to the timeline that you're working on, and you have a starting point to go from there. Hope this video has been helpful, and thank you always for stopping by. Any questions, of course, are welcome in the comments below, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.